Hi, I'm Aubrey.
Hi, I'm Kathleen. We're two friends having a good time.
I happen to be a Christian, and that's okay.
And I happen to be an atheist, and that's okay.
Welcome to the Christian and the Atheist podcast.
Let's dive in.
Hey guys, have you left a review for our podcast yet? Head over to wherever you listen to your podcast and do that right now.
And follow us on Instagram and Facebook at The Christian and the Atheist, and TikTok at Christian and Atheist.
Check us out on Patreon for ad-free content.
And speaking of ads, if you or your business would like to sponsor the Christian and the Atheist podcast, feel free to contact us to get started.
Coming up on the Christian and the Atheist podcast.
Tits out. Just my motto.
I'm so sick of this and sick of feeling sick of it.
Yeah. I never thought I would leave Mormonism. And here I am.
Yeah.
A big, stinking heathen.
August 14th.
Going through a moment.
Like, I'm having a moment right now.
I know.
Going back. Isn't this fun? I got to see the people Life Church housed. Some are people I will forever be close to and love so much, even with our differences and beliefs. Some are the scum of the earth. We went and I was like, I think this is home. And I like it.
Good.
And Frank's like, me too. Hi guys.
Hey.
I guess there's gonna be a part 4.
Yeah.
Who knew? I basically the reason why there's a part 4 is one, this is just following up with all the things, and this is like a continuation from my journal entries. So we're in August 2nd because we left off on July 30th. So y'all heard I'm like, Christianity sounds like a lot of messiness that I don't like being paired with. Yeah. So it's funny because I was driving down the freaking interstate going 70 plus miles an hour, and my belt on my van pops off. Yep. Sounds like, I don't realize this is what happened. So I hear this noise and it sounds like I ran over something metal. Yeah. And I was like, clink, 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 clink. And I was like, what was that? And I'm looking in my rearview mirror like, what did I just run over? Yeah. And then I look down in my dash and it's like, alert.
Sirens
battery
going off inside your car.
Yeah. And so I pull over at the nearest exit, which is in like Shadyville, Tulsa. And my van is broke down in Tulsa. Tulsa's great, but there's parts of it you don't want to be in. And I feel like I was like on the cusp of that. Yeah. There was like a person on the corner, like a possible homeless person getting ready to like picket or whatever. I don't know. What's that? Is that? No. Oh, ask for money. Anyways, picket. Is that picket?
Panhandle.
Picket. What is with this word?
Are we okay?
No, we just had the craziest experience, and now we're recording.
We recorded before this. It was
something. We're not going to talk about it, but just know that I was very triggered. And
Aubrey
I'm coming
had a
off
moment.
of that.
She had a moment. She had a couple of them. We're going to be fine.
Just know, if there's a recording you hear that I don't talk in, that's the one I didn't agree with. Or felt some kind of weird way. And I don't know what it is. It's all new to me. Anyways, so my belt falls off. Yes. I'm on the side of the road. I call Frank. Prince Charming's coming to rescue me. Yeah. We are probably going to have to get a tow truck, blah, blah, blah. Barf. And I wrote this. Is this God's wrath?
Oh, no. Lightning strikes your car.
Yeah. Like I just finished recording about saying I don't want to be a Christian anymore and probably don't feel like worshiping Jesus. The belt on my van popped off while I was going down the interstate, scared the shit out of me. I thought I ran over a metal cage and something with a racket it made. Pulled over in a sketchy part of town. Sorry, I'm repeating myself. Oh my gosh, I'm so thankful for my husband. Old me would maybe wonder, what did I do wrong? Or if my new thoughts are what caused this.
Oh yeah.
Probably not, because that belt was making a racket for a while. It was just a matter of time. It just so happened to pop off 3 miles from a Toyota dealership, so we didn't need a tow. Nice. We ended up just slowly driving it until it got hot and then pulling over. Gotcha. Before it overheated. Yeah. And literally, like, if I was in Owasso when that happened, okay, it was literally at dusk. So we were in the hot time of summer. We were getting triple digits. It was in the car. I had to turn the car off. Yeah. And I had to leave the windows cracked because I was like, I'm not rolling my windows down.
This is the time of year in Oklahoma that people die in cars.
Heat exhaustion is like bad.
It's really bad here. We're dying of heat right now.
Pretty rough. And then they're surrounded by concrete.
Yeah.
And I was like, none of the kids are in the car with me, and we're 3 miles away from the car dealership. I'm like, I'm still, God's blessings.
There you go.
August 3rd. The amount of Life Church merch I have is unreal.
I was going to ask you what you were going to do with all of it. Because you have a lot of like cute little hoodies and shirts and you wear all this stuff all the time. I was going to ask, are you going to keep it? Are you going to do the route that I did after Mormonism and burn it?
So definitely not burning it because that sounds wild.
Yeah, we had it was a thing. It was the whole situation.
I get it. In that respect. So, unlike you, I didn't jump completely to F it all.
Yeah.
But more so, I'm glad I'm gone. So I was looking at all this. I have so much.
Yeah.
My middle daughter needed some sleep clothes, and I was like, here, have some t-shirts
perfect
to sleep in.
Perfect.
And so I said, my middle daughter just has got a lot of new sleep shirts. Love that for her.
Sweet.
August 6th is a Sunday. Church was a hugely different experience. When visiting a new church, one must visit more than just one time to get the full experience. There's no way to fully gauge a place by just sitting in on one Sunday. Today confirmed that belief for me because today was that moment I've been waiting for. And I didn't know what I was waiting for. That I was waiting for it. More so when you have experiences in church. Did you ever have experiences?
I know I haven't. I've never been to a church. What's it like?
Did you ever feel that?
Yes.
This is a good time.
Yeah.
It was very emotional for me. I'm new here. I've never heard half of the things the minister was preaching from the stage, and I couldn't hold back the waterworks. Let me set up what was going on. It was a Barbie-themed weekend, which, come on.
Yep.
Everybody was wearing pink. There's a box on the stage labeled Barbie, and it was large enough for adults to fit in and look like a Barbie, like at the movies.
At the movies, yeah.
But
so fun.
Yeah. Very cool. The theme of the month is evolution. There's so much to be said, but Reverend Marlin spoke on how we lead with love, how we are enough. Enough. That was actually this last weekend. There was so much, but those were what stuck with me because the churches I've attended have put so much emphasis on how we aren't enough and have to have God and Jesus.
Yeah.
I've stepped away from that thinking for a while, but to hear a church preaching what I do believe is so emotional to me. It was a rewiring of my brain. They had amazing young singers sing What I Was Made For by Billie Eilish. And I literally was crying. I hate crying in public.
I know you do.
And do everything I can to not, but this one was not possible. I was taught I was made to be a Christian, and now I'm scooting away from that belief, realizing I don't know what I was made for, but this may be the place to help me remove the toxic mess church put on me. Churches have put on me. This is not a finger point to one place because I can't blame Life Church. If you are a Christian and want to believe in all that, but in a somewhat productive way, I wholeheartedly believe that Life Church is a great place for that. But also homophobia. Yeah. So being a Christian and going to Life Church, that's a good fit. Born again Christian, evangelical, believe everything the Bible says.
Yeah.
Life Church is beautiful.
Sure.
Sets you up for living that life. Go if you want.
Have fun. Aubrey has a hoodie. You can have it.
Hoodies. I have 10.
I know.
And they were expensive.
I know. That's the hard part. That's the part. I remember the same thing with Mormonism, the amount of clothing.
And money, it's...
just
And then you go... I went shopping, yeah.
Yeah. Not to mention, with Mormonism, not only the underwear, because that's a whole piece of money, but all these clothes that you have to buy to fit the Do you know how many cardigans I owned?
Right.
Literally 30.
So when Taylor Swift came out with Cardigan, you're like, I'm not listening to that one.
Do you see me wearing a cardigan ever? No.
No, not even when we went to the temple.
No.
Anyways.
Tits out. Just my motto.
Yeah. Frank and I had such an in-depth conversation last night on the back porch. I will forever treasure those moments because we have unpacked so many things. The thing that made him leave is different than the thing that made me leave. Okay. He was worried that if he gave up Christianity, he wouldn't be a good person.
Oh, yeah.
I told him being a Christian isn't what makes him good.
Yeah.
Like, you're great. Anyways, it amplified the good, but doesn't make him good.
Yeah.
I would love to talk to him more about it on the podcast, but I don't know if he will. Cross your fingers.
Yeah, we'll see.
The amount of conversations we've had.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Anyways. Yeah. Okay, August 9th. Oh my god. Okay. Memories. I'm glad I wrote this stuff down. Okay, first switch, which is the youth group, without being a part of it. Weird emotions.
Oh, that's right.
There's nowhere to fill this new void. The church we go to doesn't have Wednesday youth group.
Do they not have it because they just have never set it up? There's not enough kids? Or is it just
so COVID wreaked havoc on all churches.
Yeah, of course.
And so they just have staff members right now. They don't have a very large amount of, like, people.
Got it.
That are helping. Like, volunteers.
Right.
It's all on the staff. And so
they just don't have the energy, the resources.
As far as people being the resources. And kids. The amount of kids that aren't there compared to, like, well, I'm getting a grasp of that because summer is different than, like, regular time of the year, which is weird to me, but such as this church in a good way.
Yeah.
Okay. The church we go to doesn't have a Wednesday youth group. It's during the church, like on Sunday.
Okay.
So when do the leaders get to have their church? I understand the staff get paid, so missing service maybe doesn't play a role against them so much, but I got asked to help Sunday, and I'm expected to miss services to help. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't think they are wrong to ask, but I'm going to for sure have to say no when it doesn't work for me. I don't like telling them no. Like, I wanted to be able to help.
Right.
And that I had to consider I'm needing to go to service and really see what you guys are.
Right.
And go from there.
At this stage in your life, you're not at the point of, I can skip Sunday service 100%, no big deal. You're wanting to be there and learn.
I need to experience this, especially right now with what's going on.
Right.
So I feel put off by the fact that the church doesn't have anything to offer for my kids on Wednesday, which I found out later is not true.
Okay.
So I'm bummed, but I also understand they don't have the resources for that. Another bummer to add to the list. She's dramatic.
Ashton didn't like the snacks that day. There's no Wednesday service.
Sucks.
Thumbs down.
This is, like, so stupid. I'm also having issues. Oh my god. Okay, I don't believe like this no more. Okay. I was having a day. I'm also having issues with the lack of younger members of the church. The older peeps. It's older peeps, and I'm feeling feelings about it.
Okay.
I'm in a new place of pain.
Okay.
I missed the feel of Life Church.
I saw old people.
When you walk in the door, it's open and it's a younger crowd. The people and the staff aren't in their upper 40s and up. That's so mean.
That's 10 years ahead of us. like if you were to round,
it's 5 years.
If you were to round my age, it's 40.
Crap. Listen to how crappy I was.
Too many old people.
You guys.
Nobody above 24 years old at all.
Well, if you... God, the person we talked to today is in this age group, and you understand why, right?
I do. There's some generational differences there.
Okay,
that's for damn sure.
That's not old, but Life Church had young. These have older, and I'm feeling disconnected, which I just said I felt. Okay, anyways. I'm also got a text from a student. Okay, so this is a student. Okay, I hope it's not too much information. Okay, I also got a text from a student who is dealing with issues of the rules at Life Church.
Okay.
It's a former student. It's a mess, and I don't want to spill it out on the podcast, but it just clarifies It's good I got me and my kids out because it's not a welcoming place, nor is it teaching things right.
Yeah.
It's telling kids that being gay is a sin. Literally.
Ugh.
Even after the campus pastor did a leadership class with the leaders telling them not to do not to tell kids that it's a sin. An actual leader, who I know very well, was asked by a student leader what they should do if their friend says they are gay, and she said that they should tell their friend it's a sin and that Jesus still loves them.
Jesus Christ.
What the
Yikes.
I'm so sick of this and sick of feeling sick of it.
Imagine being in high school, right? You're 15 years old and your best friend is like, Susie, I got to tell you something. I'm coming out to you. You're my best friend. This is really important to me. And you're like, oh my God.
Sorry,
Jesus still loves you anyway.
You're wrong and it's a sin, but Jesus loves you anyway. I'm pretty sure I probably said that. Not the gay thing, but something probably else.
Don't do that, guys. If your friend comes out to you, say, I'm so glad that you told me this, and I'm here for you.
You're still wonderful.
And I love you no matter what. And
saying still wonderful is weird.
Yeah.
Say you are wonderful.
Yeah. And just, I'm here.
Don't let bug.
If you need my help beating up anybody who says otherwise, I can throw hands.
Yeah. I said, I'm so sick of feeling sick of it. Mm-hmm. I'm mad now. Mm-hmm. I wasn't, but now I am. I keep thinking that about what I heard about the leader training, and then having one of the students I was close to reach out and have concerns about what she overheard. My heart is so heavy. I want so bad to run to my past. Oh God, this is what I don't believe with. And I don't agree with this anymore. But I felt I'm going to share this because it was so, I was like crying. I wasn't sobbing, but I was crying. Sobbing's different. Okay. I want so bad to run to my pastor and speak about these things. I know there was nothing that would change and to expect it would simply be silly, but I had a pastor I knew I could go to and speak this to. I could let him know my heart is in agony over this, and I know he will listen and pray for me and this student. But alas, he's no longer my pastor. Those prayers would feel empty, and nothing would really change. I miss having a pastor. I never realized how special that was until the moment I really wish I could walk over to him on a given Wednesday or Sunday and say, I'm struggling. Can you and your wife meet up with me and help me? I've done that before. God, that was so special, and now he's not my pastor, and I'm realizing how damn sad it is. Don't think I couldn't walk into that building any given Sunday and say I want to attend, because I absolutely could. And I do believe I would be welcomed with arms wide open. Maybe. But probably not. But that will not happen. I will not walk into those doors is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not what I want.
Yeah.
But I mourn so much what it was when it was right. Was it ever right? So on this day, I am at a new realization. So what it was to have a real good pastor. This was a special relationship. I don't even want to read anymore. Like, girl, this wasn't that great. I mean, it was good. It was good. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to read anymore. I want to acknowledge the feelings that I had.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna.
You're feeling a different way now.
My grandpa had a heart procedure. I just scrolled through to not have to read any more of that long ramble. I didn't want to write a prayer request from the church because I don't go there anymore. I could have, and I know they would have prayed for my grandpa, but still. This is super rambly, but I'm thankful for what an honor. Oh God. I am thankful and I want to honor the pastor I had and who he was. Girl, you were feeling feelings. It was really respectful and never weird. I can't appreciate that aspect enough. And I'm sure he isn't listening, but I do hope he knows he means a lot to me. And I'm glad a man like him is doing the job and not someone who's a piece of shit or someone who's on a power/ego trip and abuses that. I never experienced that with him. I will say, I mean, yes, he was great.
Yeah.
August 11th.
Moving on. He was fine, I guess. Moving on.
I was really in that moment.
You were feeling it.
Yeah. I've heard the in-depth journey Kathleen took on leaving her faith. I've had countless conversations with others about their own church hurt and leaving church, but never anticipated it ever being a part of my story or it feeling as it does.
You never do. I never thought I would leave Mormonism. And here I am.
Yeah.
A big, stinking heathen. Having the best time.
All signs point to duh. But it still shocks me when I think about it or open a new level of grief with this experience. I wrote a post about us going to record with a Unitarian Universalist church today and how sad I am to no longer have a pastor. August 14th.
Okay.
Oh my God, I really have feelings about these posts. Not posts, these. That was weird. But it wasn't when it happened.
Right.
So I want to respect Aubrey of August, whatever. Okay. August 14th.
Going through a moment.
Like, I'm having a moment right now.
I know.
Going back. Isn't this fun? Oh, shit. This is wild.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
I'm ready.
This person is not an enemy to me. She just had feelings that were interesting, and I wanted to post about it.
Okay.
Or read about it. Speak about it. What are words?
I don't know.
Okay. Just had a friend speak about how I still talk like I'm saved, but she doesn't know if I am anymore, and questioned if one can lose their salvation. She's valid in worrying about it, and it felt funny and weird at the same time. Please don't worry about my salvation. I'm good. I'm okay. God's got me. Don't worry. I may not worship Jesus, but I still follow his teachings because they are damn good teachings. I still find Bible verses helpful. I just don't worship the book written by men and translated poorly over the years. God is with me, and I fear little. The last few days have been light. I don't feel it I don't have deep sadness. I finally feel that cloud lifting. I think having a sit down with Reverend Marlin for the podcast and really getting to size him up helped.
Yeah.
I have mad respect for a head minister of a big congregation, allowing those at his church to figure out what's going on versus telling them how to follow the Bible fully.
Yeah.
Something about a person who says, my goal is for my church to love one another and serve one another. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
There is so much more that makes that place so beautiful and easy to jump into. I do find myself a little shy to jump in too fast because the idea would possibly be a show, but honestly, it's seeming to be a great place.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of gun shy.
Yeah.
At that point. Okay, August 21st, this was the other day. Oh, excuse me. I'm just kidding. It was the chair. Okay. We're close now. Okay. Feelings of gratitude flow from within me today. I am so grateful. This is going to be funny. I'm sorry. Okay. I am so grateful for Life Church and the almost 20 years I got from there. Okay. The last 5 were really amazing and eye-opening. A lot has happened in the last 3 years in the world, and I got to see the great ways and the bad ways in which they handled things.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Ready? Here we go. Here we go. I was happy to get to be a part of that leadership and pick up where they were not shining and flourishing.
Yeah.
For example, the pastors were dealing with a lot, and people can fall through the cracks. I was happy to love extra on people that they felt because they felt like they weren't part of the cliques. And yes, there were cliques.
Yeah.
Boy, were there cliques. I got to be a part of some of the cliques, but I also worked very hard to pay attention to those who felt on the outside. I felt a sense of pride when I could text the pastors I was under and say, hey, so-and-so had a birthday, a baby, a loss, or a huge life event. Please text or call and check on them because they needed that. There's a bunch of people under them. Anyways, I pray someone fills that spot because it's important and only leaders can do it. That was a small tangent, but my gratitude comes from deep within. I got to see the people Life Church housed. Some are people I will forever be close to and love so much, even with our differences and beliefs. Some are the scum of the earth. I am grateful even more that the pastor who had to cut me out of leadership did. I owe her more than I can say. It was an awful thing to have to go through, but being on the outside and far removed from the situation, I can truly see what I didn't before. I wanted to look past the things that bothered me and the people that are truly fucking up Christianity.
Yeah.
I would never have left as soon as I did if I wasn't cut out of leadership. I was way too comfortable and way too invested. Sometimes it takes having your heart ripped out to see the relationship I had with Life Church. Though sweet and special was also slightly tainted. I'm so glad I got to experience it. I'm now in a church that aligns with my core values of respecting people's choice of religion, sexuality, gender identity, and politics. It's a true blessing to be a part of a community that I so longed for and wanted, but I didn't think existed. It took being removed and leaving. It took me searching and really hounding the ministers of all the churches I wanted to consider and hound them in a way that is unwavering because I wavered, and it left me in a church that wasn't meant for me and led me to one that is. God's hand was in that the entire time, and I have felt that the entire time. Even though my groveling and wanting to go back, even through my groveling and wanting to go back, I felt God say, don't short yourself out on this one. I felt God remind me of my wanting to get out of my comfort zone and level up into being a better person. So I want to take a moment and share my gratitude mostly to God. My heart and soul praises you for getting me to where I am. This is a peace and joy in the place that I'm in. I'm growing in a community with people who don't say off the wall shit that makes my stomach hurt.
Isn't it nice?
Who knew? I see you, God. I thank you for knowing me so well, and I'm proud of myself and the things I've done to get me here as well. We are quite the team. So, that's the latest.
Yeah.
I was, like, reflecting back on how I was talking so much shit on the old people at the new church.
You were so mad.
I was just, like, it was uncomfortable. Frank and I've had conversations where we're like, okay, All Souls is great, but there's, like, the congregation seems to be lacking in our generation. But... so school's about to start or has started, and we're seeing more and more people come in. Okay. So they're like, they take a break, summer break. They don't go to church.
Interesting.
And they're about to kick back a bunch of the programs. Yeah. Like the choir. They have a choir for like big kids, little kids. It's just been really cool to see with all the new stuff kicking up. Like, we took a foundations class to learn what Unitarian Universalism is. That was really neat. Yeah. And I'm like, I can walk next to this. And there for a while I was like, I don't want to call a church home. But like last Sunday we went and I was like, I think this is home. And I like it. Good. And Frank's like, me too. Oh, because I wanted to try the other Unitarian church too to like
compare them and whatnot.
But I don't know. I feel like I don't want to do that anymore. But also, I'm like, don't do that to yourself. Don't just go to the first place that looks like it fits. But at the same time, it's kind of like, I feel like both Reverend.
It's hard because it's Reverend Marlin. Like, how do you say that without? That's a tongue twister. Reverend Marlin. Blah, 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 blah.
I mix them. Reverend Marlin.
It's hard not to.
Okay. I feel like Reverend Marlin and Reverend.
Nope. Lost it again.
Saying Reverend is hard.
Reverend Marlin.
Reverend Randy. Like, have really, like, made us feel welcome. And there's a few others that have been like, oh, hi. Yeah, and I went and sat in the garden club meeting. I'm in the garden club. There's
adorable.
a freaking garden there. Garland.
Garland.
Good Lord. I'm a mess.
I think we both are. That's the second time I've knocked my mic over.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyways, it's been good. And there are old people there, but I think to me this is where I feel like God's challenging me to be like, get out of that like mindset of all one group of people that I'm trying to like, our podcast is a show. One group of people doesn't reflect all groups of people.
That's true.
That call, like, not all atheists are the same. I am clearly not like all Christians.
Yeah.
Like, get it together, lady. So I'm figuring my life out, but that's where I'm at with that.
I'm glad it feels like home. Even if it is something that you still want to explore around, you can. But I'm glad you at least have something that is not terrible.
Yeah, I agree. And I was telling Frank, like, in the past few days, well, I said it a few days ago. So, like, it's been 2 weeks. I feel a great peace within, and I think it attributes to All Souls being filling a void that I thought couldn't be filled, because I was like, where am I going to find a community? Because I don't want to go back to a new community with the same problems. Yeah. And so there's actually a place. So.
Yep. And I think you are the type of person who you like volunteering. You like donating your time and being a part of the system. Absolutely. And so I think you could really help there. Yeah. Because it's a smaller community and there's not as much, like people willing or able to volunteer. The fact that you are both willing and able and damn good at it.
Oh, thanks.
I think it will really, I think you jumping in feet first is going to be good for everybody involved, not just you and your family, but for them as well.
Like, I feel like I definitely could be an asset to the place.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the asset that is to me. I'm not looking past anything and being like, that's weird. I think maybe I was judging on the congregation, and that's so it's kind of gross. Like, looking back, it's gross, but I will say I had to shed what once was what I was used to, and like the more I actively am like talking to people, I'm actively meeting up in meetings and stuff, and like getting to know more people, taking classes and whatever they have to offer, and it's helping quite a bit to break the wall down of my judgy old people. like
what you've been used to for so long, kind of shaking that up and being like, okay, that doesn't necessarily mean it's right. Yeah. Or good or bad or whatever.
Yeah. So anyways.
Well,
that's
good.
The update.
Sweet. Yeah.
We'll see. All right. Also, welcome to all the people that have been following this story.
Yeah.
I was looking at our analytics. 1, things have skyrocketed. 2, the amount of people that look at my social media.
Y'all are nosy.
So nosy.
Oh my goodness.
It's fine. I get it.
Okay, so are we. We get it. The amount of times we have sat here recording and been like, Aubrey will be like, hold on, who's in that car? Like, out the window. Be like,
out the window.
Yeah. All the time.
Well, and then like, if someone's like, if you see a train wreck, are you going to watch it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know how many times I've done that? And
oh yeah.
Some people are watching to just see what's going on. Some are because they relate. Some are like, that bitch. That bitch Aubrey.
Listen, I'm okay with all of it.
I don't care either way. I just want to say
thanks for listening anyway.
Thanks. And then
okay, I'll try the other one.
All right. Well, that's what our updates are for this situation. Yeah. I don't know why I'm saying it like that.
Surely you will be updated if there's more updates. We'll let you guys know.
Well, yeah, we'll figure something out if there's more to tell. And you'll get to hear about it. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Bye.
Bye. Have you guys checked out our merch yet?
We have awesome t-shirts, mugs, tumblers, and other fun stuff.
Head down to the link in the description to give it a look.